starting to doubt we will find our way back to each other when you're on the other side of the world. I'm here and I'm waiting, but I know I can't say that we didn't end it for good reason. Still I'm hoping we'll be meeting soon. Everybody needs some time to figure themselves out, but I want you close.
Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So today Emerson is 5 days old. Hi. She is wide awake right now. She had a lot of sleep last night, so I'm happy to see that she's having some awake time. I just wanted to do like a casual like check-in, 5 days old vlog, acclimating and trying to get used to everything. But she is super healthy, super sweet. She's a very calm and content baby. She loves a snuggle and she's nursing amazingly. So she's 5 days old today. My milk came in on day 2, like the night of day 2, and 3 is when it completely came in. But she's so sweet, and I just figured I would do a little vlog. I'll just film some stuff of her and us. And so we're just hanging out at home. Addie's at school and Jack is on the couch. My house is a mess, but that's okay. Say hi. Yeah. Hi. What are you doing?
Can you say hi? I'm Emmy. Oh. Oh. You're awake now.
The basket of like postpartum stuff I have this one in my downstairs bathroom and then one up in my bathroom, but the combination of things that I have in here, I have the Dermaplast they gave me from the hospital. This is really awesome if you tear. I did not, but I just kept it in here. I've used it a couple times, but haven't really needed it as much this time around. But if you tear or it's your first baby, this is like super must. And these are the Always just maxi. This is the size 2. The first ones I used are the, I don't know what size these were, the purple overnights with the wings, and they come up like back to your butt, so they're basically like a diaper. But I really like these because for a first, you're gonna want something with a lot of coverage. And then these are the witch hazel pads. They gave me these at the hospital too. I also have some upstairs. I put an extra mesh underwear in here. This is from the hospital, but I've also been using the Always Discreets. And then I have wipes here too. And then this is just the bag from the hospital. I just put the rest of the pads in here. So I got a big thing of these, but I went through about half of a package of these purple ones here. So I would recommend doing like a combination, because you just don't know like what you're gonna need until after the fact, obviously. So this is the basket that I have in my upstairs bathroom. So this stuff is more of like stuff that I would use at night. So I have the Always Discreet disposable underwear here. I used those the most the first 2 days. Still like nice to have, but mostly for the first 2 to 3 days I used those. And then obviously the cooling pads, some different pads up here. These are the Kotex, I believe, and then these are the purple ones I showed you before. I've just got a big mixture. And then my Peri bottle. So this is a Peri bottle by Freedom Mom, and you just fill it up with warm water, and you can use it every time you go to the bathroom or just as needed. With my first 2 kids, I had to use a Peri bottle every time I went to the bathroom, but I tore both those times very bad. So this time I didn't tear at all, so I haven't really needed it, but I wanted to get one for like cleaning. But that is like, in my opinion, like just, you know, the basics as far as recovery items for after you have a delivery. So, excuse me, it's about 1:30 and my grandma was here for a little while, and so I wanted to show you guys a couple things like while Emerson is sleeping. So right now, got her in her little cuddle cove. So she nursed and then went to sleep. So this is just a Graco pack and play. Jack's just hanging out on the couch watching his iPad. We're just been relaxing. I've got all my pillows and stuff down here. Something that I've been doing is just like keeping this little basket close with the lanolin cream. So this is an absolute must, honestly. It's helped me get through this first few days. And then an extra onesie and some passies. And then I was using this for like my phone or like just random things to keep next to me while I'm nursing. And then that's one of my pillows I like to use for nursing, and then the boppy pillow right there.
That we didn't end it for good reasons, still I'm hoping we'll be meeting soon. Everybody needs some time to figure themselves out, but I want you close, and I still have hope. I'm waiting every day for you to come back and tell me we can work it out, forget about the past. Now time moves slow, I'm not high or low, no, I'm somewhere in the middle and a little bit messed up. 'Cause with
So it's definitely been an adjustment as far as being able to, I feel like I'm juggling all three children. And it's like, I don't know how people do this. It's just been kind of overwhelming, and I've done a lot in the last couple days, and my body hurts, like everything hurts. And I'm still taking some ibuprofen, like pretty much as I need it. For the first 4 days, it was like, on the schedule, like every 6 to 8 hours. And now I'm just kind of, it's more like morning and night, but I am definitely still having some pain. I did not tear all this time, which was really awesome because I had second-degree tears with both of my other deliveries, and it was very, very painful and very hard to recover from. But this time, luckily, I didn't, which is great, but it's still painful. So yeah, it was a good labor and delivery, but still recovering. I am engorged, so my milk supply is like in overdrive. I'm just producing way too much. I know she's like full and she's getting what she wants because she's super content, but it is hard adjusting. I haven't put makeup on in a week, and I've only washed my hair once since I've been home, which I guess that's not that unusual. I don't wash my hair that much. One thing I did want to touch on that I thought was really interesting is, and this happened to me with both my other two right after delivery, I get these like waves of panic, and it's like I get very, very disoriented, super panicky, super anxious. It's like the world is ending, and I can't even explain, I don't even know what's wrong. Happened with my first one, and then happened again after my second one. I just thought, I've had anxiety my entire life. I just thought that's what it was. It was hormones, just making me feel wacky. The first time, it was the first night we were home, and my husband was here, obviously, but I fell asleep holding Emerson in my arm, and I had the boppy pillow around her. She was totally fine, she wasn't going anywhere. I had myself situated on the couch, but I woke up and just was completely disoriented, total panic, total mania, bawling my eyes out, hyperventilating. My husband, obviously used to this because this is what happened before, was able to help me calm down, but it's an extremely strange feeling, just the sheer panic. And so I mentioned and I had that happen a couple other times. With my other two, it happened pretty frequently within the first 4 days. This time it only happened 3 times within the first 3 days, I feel like. So I mentioned on my Instagram stories that I had been feeling like this. And a friend reached out to me and said, hey, I don't know if you realize this or not, but there's an actual name for what you're talking about. And I'll put it right here. I'm not gonna like spell it out because it's really long, but it is, it actually has like a medical name, and it's this dysphoria experienced by breastfeeding women, usually around like when you have a letdown with your milk. But it was just really interesting that this is actually a thing. I didn't realize it. I thought I was just anxious. So I wanted to share that with you guys and put that in here so that if other moms are experiencing it, or if you've had experienced it and you thought you were alone, or that, you know, it was, you know, just to let you know that it actually is a thing, and it's normal. It can happen. I mean, obviously not normal, but it can happen. And if you do experience it, it's okay. You're not crazy. You're fine. You're not hormonal. It's something that happens. And so thank you so much to Lacey for mentioning that and reaching out to me and saying like, hey, listen, I experienced this too. It actually is something. It has a name, but it is like characterized by a dysphoria and a feeling of sadness and panic and anxiety for no really apparent reason. So that made me feel a lot better, and I didn't have it as much this time. So so I was really thankful for that. But so other than that, you know, I'm trying to think what other things. We've just been hanging out at home. My husband's been taking and picking up my daughter from school so that I haven't had to. We just today went and got a Target pickup and went through the drive-thru at Chick-fil-A and got food. Just trying to adjust and take it as easy as possible. It has been hard with the other two, just not hard, but challenging in some senses. Like bedtime and bath time are the most challenging, I think, for me, because that's obviously when I'm the most exhausted. And getting both of them to like cooperate and, you know, do what they need to do is hard anyway, but let alone with like a newborn. Luckily, Emerson is extremely chill and content when she's okay. If she's fed and changed, she's totally fine. She has been having some episodes of like gas pain, so we started the gas relief drops. I have gripe water, and then I picked up the Gerber Soothe probiotic drops, which I used all of those with my son, and it worked amazingly. So yeah, so things are going good on that end. Breastfeeding is going great. I'm trying to think what else. I added a breastfeeding tips highlight on my Instagram, just giving like all kinds of tips and different things, and some pictures with like just how like a latch should look and all this different stuff. So if you are breastfeeding for the first time, or even if you're not, even if it's, you know, if you need nursing tips, I've got an entire highlight dedicated to it on my Instagram, and also be adding the postpartum stuff, which I've showed you guys in this vlog as well. So yeah, so that's all in our 1 week having a newborn for a week and 1 week postpartum. Down quite a bit. I did have very, very excruciating after pains starting right after pretty much within 3 hours after having her and starting to nurse her. The after pains were excruciating. The first one I had was like almost as painful, if not more, than when I was actually in full-on active labor on the Pitocin and having the painful contractions. So the after pains were really, oh, they were a bitch. And those lasted until, let's see, day 3. And they say, and what I've heard a lot of people say, like as I've talked about this on my social media, is with each baby you have, it's worse. You know, it's gonna take time, obviously, to heal. It takes a lot of time. And so, but yeah, that's where we're at. And thank you guys so much for watching and following our journey. And if you have any requests for any kind of newborn videos or anything you'd like to see, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time.